Most would say they want control over their own lives. Now, in the democracy we live in within the United States, people have the right to vote, but they themselves do not have the right to vote on every position there is available, which includes the justices of the Supreme Court. Now, this is an issue because these justices participate in life tenure, which U.S. legal defines as a term of office which survives for the official's lifetime until and unless she or he chooses to resign or can be removed from office under extraordinary circumstances. I am here to speak on the behalf of the 77% of Americans, which is based off the poll done by PSB of this year, 2020, who are in favor of restrictions of the amount of time that a justice can serve. I am here to advocate for change for what is in place. Because I am an American citizen who is affected by the rulings made by the Supreme Court, such as the famous court case of 1973, Roe v. Wade, I feel that having the most qualified and most representative justices on the Supreme Court is crucial for everyone, including myself. Due to the fact that there is currently no limit on how long a justice can serve on the Supreme Court, most justices serve until their death or until an older age when they retire. Instead, there should be a limit on the amount of time so that they don't experience problems such as mental decrepitude, which is a mental decline. To add on, if a justice does not have a limit and serves well into their older age, which is how it is currently in place, it is likely that the rulings that they are a part of will not be representative of the current or newer generations once they do hit their older ages. And being representative of this country, of these people, and of their needs is crucial. For these reasons, Supreme Court justices should have term limits. Because there is currently no limit on the amount of time that a Supreme Court justice can serve, this usually means that a justice serves until their death or until an older age when they retire. Now, this can be a problem because due to the fact that these Supreme Court justices do stay on the court when they are older and well into their older years and older ages, this means that they are more likely to experience a mental decline or a mental decrepitude, which can be an issue. Now, if we do implement term limits, there will be less possibilities of justices experiencing problems with mental decrepitude, which could be important because it has to do with their judgment. Now, in the Journals of Gerontology, Series B, Volume 57, the authors and researchers wrote that cognitive decline may begin after midlife, but most often occurs at higher ages, such as 70 or higher. Now, if we take a look at the current Supreme Court justices and the Supreme Court justices who have passed away, we see that these justices serve for almost their entire life, and they do hit that mark where a mental decline and a cognitive decline does become apparent. Not only is the possible experience with mental decrepitude something that needs to be taken into consideration, but the importance of how representative and mirror-like the justices are of the public is also important. Term limits could be important because it could lead to justices being more likely to be representative of the current or new generations in the United States. Now, as mentioned earlier, justices serve up until their death or retirement, which means that they serve a good amount of time at older ages on the Supreme Court. Now, this can be an issue or it could be a problem when there is an issue brought to the Supreme Court case that affects a certain group of people, such as younger generations and younger groups of people. Now, thankfully, the ruling of the Supreme Court case of Obergefell v. Hodges of 2015 ruled that same-sex couples did have the right to marriage. And this was partly due to the fact that the justices that were in favor of this included some justices who were younger ages, including Sonia Sotomayor, as well as Elena Kagan. Younger generations were the people who showed greater support and were more open to talk about this group of LGBTQ+, which showed that this was something that was extremely important to this new generation of people. Now, luckily, there were enough justices that voted in favor of this ruling, but there could be times when younger generations do also experience issues or problems that need support from the Supreme Court, which is why it is crucial that these Supreme Court justices are representative of the younger generations and the current issues, because times and issues are constantly changing. It's important to realize that these 9 justices have much influence over important aspects of people's lives, which is why it can be seen as important, if not crucial, that these justices are representative of the current or new and upcoming public, which is why justices should not serve throughout their older ages. It is crucial to reflect on just how much power and influence that these justices of the Supreme Court case have. One must remember that these people should be qualified, which partly refers to their health and their possibility of having issues with mental decrepitude or mental decline, and they should be representative of the public. These are the reasons why Supreme Court justices should have term limits. Most want control over their own life, and although you and I and the public cannot elect and appoint a justice to the Supreme Court, we could support the need for a term limit, because there are chances that there could be a justice who negatively impacts our life. This is why term limits could be important, because we, the people, might get stuck with a justice who makes decisions that harm us in our community, and they might make these decisions for the rest of their lives. We, the people, should not experience the possibility of being harmed by the decisions that someone else, for the rest of their lives, might make for us.